Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here, and welcome the Space Engineers. Specifically, a ship spotlight that just came out on the front page of the workshop, and I am absolutely impressed by this thing. And it's not just because it looks really cool, because obviously it does, but because of its capability. This, my friends, is the Komodo missile destroyer. Oh man, the guided missile destroyer. She actually uses these like laser designated fly-by-wire missiles that you can actually guide to target. There's our target right over here, a orbital drop ship carrying troops and supplies. They're coming over to the planet. They're on their way, sponsored by some jerkbag named Captain Shaq, who sports the community apparently and has his own advertisement in the LCD pack mod, the commercial one, just so you know, just letting you know. Anyways, we've got this Acclimator class assault ship. It's coming in to invade the planet below. But no, our missile destroyer is going to stop it. And the way it's going to do that is using the new weapon system. So let me give you the tour real quick. Jump in. I'm on the bridge right now. And we're going to right away show you guys what this thing's capable of doing. Now, he has set this up. The guy who built this is Whiplash141. And oh man, it's completely a vanilla build, but he's got everything set up. It has oxygen on the insides, it's got cryopods, it's got everything that you think you would need, and we'll do the interior tour in a second. But what it also has, let me switch to spectator mode, is these epic missiles. I'm gonna come up underneath it. Oh, that's a little too fast. Here we go. Let's go ahead and open the bay doors with 2. Inside are these merge block built missiles, like torpedoes on the inside. It's a tight fit in here, but it'll automatically build these and replace them as we fire them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fire the first salvo, and you'll be able to see what kind of damage they can do. So we're gonna shoot for the neck of the Acclimator assault ship. And by the way, we are about 1,000 out, so we're out of traditional weapon range. Now we could do this at like 2,000 out, but I wanted to be close enough so you guys could see the damage clearly. But yeah, you can fire these way out, and that's what makes this so deadly. It's vanilla blocks, and you can fire at this range. All right, switching back to, and we'll look at this perspective in a minute once we launch a couple salvos. Now, she comes with 21 salvos on board with the material to make these turrets, counting the ones that are already preloaded. So to fire, you open the bay doors, and then you just hit 1 to fire. An alarm goes off, there it is, and then hit 3 to switch to the targeting computer. So 3 is just our camera. And we'll be able to zoom in with our camera to see what's up. Now watch this. As I move the ship's nose, I can actually fly these in. We're gonna go for the neck of the Acclimator. And look at how the precision you can get with these. There's 1 hit. Here goes 2. Let's go a little bit farther to the right so we can get, oh man. The damage is real. It just shot through 2 full pieces of light armor, plus all the interior stairs that I had in there, plus the spacing. I actually had spaced armor in there, and it blew through the entire thing. Now he says, Whiplash says that these things will pierce through 4 back-to-back blocks of heavy armor. That's how strong they are. And we'll have to take a look at what these torpedoes are made out of, because I'm not actually sure. Now, let's take a look at them actually firing from below. Here we go. So, we're gonna hit 1 to fire. Our doors are already open. The alarm goes off, they detach. The thrusters turn on, 1 away, 2 away, and now we would be able, that would be the builders there, that's why it lags up. They're already away, and we can actually, if I hit F9, I can guide these in by turning the ship downwards a little bit. I missed that one. Trying to do this in spectator mode is difficult, and there you go, we just hit a hit. Not too shabby. So we'd still have 19 more to go, and if you look at the damage that we've done, yeah, the Komodo missile ship. Incredibly deadly. Incredibly deadly. And she's got a respectable amount of weapons just by herself. She's reinforced in certain sections with heavy armor. You'll notice on the sides here. Actually, everywhere around the launching system is either heavily defended by point defense turrets, which you can see in the front here, our little interior turrets, and then we've got actual Gatling cannons and missile turrets to keep this thing from damage. Because if this takes a hit, then she's basically useless. Her primary mission is to get within range. She has a jump drive on board. So she gets within range, she's fairly maneuverable, which her range is way outside any traditional turret range, and then fire off her torpedoes like so. There's the alarm again, firing torpedoes. Torpedo 1, Torpedo 2 away. I'm gonna switch back into the bridge mode and we'll go into the camera. And we're gonna shoot for, this is how accurate these are. We'll shoot for the shuttlecraft, and I'm actually gonna try to get them inside, they'll line up with each other, inside the door there for the atmospheric shuttle. There's one hit, the entire front end of it's gone, and there's the second hit. We've destroyed that shuttle. She's now useless. Oh, it's so good, it's so good. So about 500-600 meters out past the acclimator is a lat transport. So what we're gonna do is let's try to hit that at even farther range. All right, weapons should be away. Now I believe 4 is another camera view. So we've got camera view 4 and camera view 3. Oh man, that's cool. Coming in, we're gonna go for the wing on the first hit, and then we're gonna try to look to the right and take out the cockpit as well so we can do maximum damage. There's the first hit, looking to the right. And there's the second. Not too shabby. So that's absolutely destroyed. Let's fire 2 more, and this time let's see how far we can turn the rounds. Let's see if we can like really angle these things. So firing. There they go. One's away. I want to make sure they both clear the bay before I try to turn. Zoom out some. There's the second one. All right, that was a little bit slower it seemed, but we can turn these down. Let's go for the, I shot them up. Now we're gonna go for, let's go back into the hangar bay. So far back, maybe even the engines. Okay, we're a little too close for that, but we could have if we were a little farther away. We're still going for the engines on the second round. Keep going, and not bad. Did some damage, didn't hit the engines, but you saw how far we could actually turn them. That's damn impressive. All right, let me get out of the deck, and I'll show you the rest of the ship. That system right there, though, is just so cool. This is the bridge of the ship. There's our alarm sound that you're hearing from the sound block. Not too shabby up here. We'll take a walk down. It's cramped quarters. He really kept this thing very small. And the reason being is it's actually fairly maneuverable. Gravity inside with oxygen, but we have gravity at 0.31, so you can just jump off here without worrying about taking any damage because the gravity is so low. Downstairs, we have a forward bay, and I assume he has all these chairs here so you can manually control the turrets if you have a crew on board. Defensive turret. And maybe the bridge takes a hit. Well, you could still command the ship from here, though it would be facing the wrong direction. So we're running back down. The interior is actually really, really small. It has a script installed already on it. You can actually see it here. If I go to edit, that will auto shut all doors for you, which is really nice. So you can just walk out without worrying about shutting your doors, and they'll shut automatically. Up there, repair section for the battery packs that she is running off of, as well as the gyroscopes. Down here, you've got all your cryopods for your crew. Grav generator. We can make our way in the back. Just open this. I love the new doors. And that's it. There's the end. This is the end of the ship. You just walk outside, and these actually have, they should automatically shut. There you go. See, they automatically shut. We'll open this, and with a little bit of a atmospheric blowback because the air is sucked out. But we can come out here. The door will shut automatically. You've got connectors, so you can connect up with something and dock up. So there is the rest of the ship. She's nice. I mean, she is good. She's reinforced. She's got light armor where she doesn't need the defense, and then she's got heavy where she does need it to keep her light and moving. Here's the front end with all those rocket pods. She's got traditional dumbfire rockets, and then of course underneath, like I was showing you guys earlier, those amazing looking. I love these things. These are great. The amazing looking turrets, or what are they? The launchers, which we're gonna take a look at right now. I really want to see these. So let's actually, let's go inside here. Let me make a copy of you real quick. And what I'll do is I will detach one, and we'll take a look at what it's actually firing. Because what has the ability with a single round to break through a ship? 4 layers of heavy armor, so says the builder of this, the engineer who made this. So let's get in here. Let's remove the merge block in this copy. You can see how the welders are set up. And then above that, there's your holographic projector, and then the 2 merge blocks that hold it into place. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this merge block, and let's take a look at the actual round itself and see what is packing the punch. Is it the mass? Are there warheads on the inside? Like, I want to know. Inquiring minds. Wow, it looks like just a big chunk of, it's a battery on board to power the engines because it's a short flight. She's got 2 large ion thrusters. And then, is this just the mass, or do we have some type of explosive in here that's like armor piercing? I think it might just be the mass. I mean, the heavy armor is really heavy and all. yeah, it's just a big chunk of metal. I don't see anything in here. Oh, really? There's a mass block in here. So it must be using maybe a grav launcher to accelerate this a little faster. There's the gyroscope. I love how built this is. Like how small this actually is. It's pretty legit. Yeah, that's what it is. There's no explosives on board. It just uses the kinetic force to do the damage that it's actually doing, which is pretty impressive. So you can understand, this does take quite a bit of resources to make one of these rounds. So I could see only having maybe 21 capability of firing these. That's what he has on board automatically. Now, here's what I'm curious though. I'm gonna go back aboard the Acclimator, and I'm gonna turn on her point defense weapons. I'm actually gonna add some of the new modded ones that are out on there. And we're gonna see, actually no, we'll use traditional ones, and we're gonna see if these things can get through a ship with moderate point defense systems. All right, so let's take a look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I've set it all up. This time, I've moved us back an extra 1,500 or so meters. The maximum range for these torpedoes is about 10,000 meters. So this is still really close, way closer than you would need to be to fire and probably disable this ship. But just so we can stay within sight of it and actually see the damage that we do, I wanted to stay a little closer. But still, 3,000 meters compared to base gun range, which is about 700 meters, is still well into the safety range. All right, so those doors should automatically shut for us, and the lights will stop blinking. We'll head upstairs, use the Jeffries tube, get up here, and launch some torpedoes and see what kind of damage we can do from far outside of the range. All right, now, real quick, let's look at the maneuverability of her before we fire. You can see she turns relatively quickly for a ship of her size, not too shabby, and she rotates pretty quickly, and her acceleration is actually quite good. We won't use that just yet. Let's go ahead and lock onto target. Now, the enemy ship out there does have her point defense weapons online, so we're gonna have to really hope that we can get through. I've already got our bay doors open. Yep, bay doors are open, and there is a button. Let's see here. Yeah, bay door window launch view. There we go. We can actually see the missiles launch, so we're gonna line up the shot. Shot looks good. 3,338 meters away, and launch, and see if their point defense weapons can stop us. Torpedo 1 is away. Torpedo 2, away. Reminds me of the missile frigates from, oh, there's the new ones being rebuilt. All right, let's switch to the targeting computer. All right, we're looking good. We're not within their range yet. Now remember, there are gonna be 2 missiles there, but we're gonna only be able to see 1 because they're gonna line up perfectly with each other. And we'll start seeing the flashes. She's got 3, 4, 5. She's got 5 point defense weapons primed and ready to go to see if she can stop these before they hit. And we're gonna shoot for the bridge, actually. So look at how I'm changing the course of these missiles. It's such a cool function. All right, we're shooting for the bridge. It looks like we're right on target. Might have to bring her down a little bit. There's probably enough firepower right there in those 2 torpedoes to actually wreck the bridge. And I'd be able to fire multiple of these. There they go. They're within range. And they're hitting, and we'll switch perspectives after the first salvo. Let's see if we hit. Okay, there's some shots. Oh, they managed to stop the first torpedo, but they're still not, oh, but they didn't stop the second torpedo. That's why you fire 2 of them. Now imagine for a minute, if you're playing with your buddy, these are easily crewed by 1 person. If you had 2 of these ships firing 4 torpedoes at a time. I mean, what size ship could you decimate with this thing at extreme range? Also, if you've got fighter cover, you could probably use the fighter cover to stop the torpedoes from actually hitting their target. So there's ways to counteract it. And it would be interesting to see some people come up with like countermeasures to this. So, all right, we're gonna check this out from this perspective now. Let's go ahead and switch our perspective back. Let's go to the launch bay. All right, we're firing our second salvo. This time we'll watch them come in from the landing ships, the acclimators perspective. All right, fire main weapons. There's the alarm. Torpedo 1 is out. Torpedo 2 away. Let's switch to camera 4. We go to camera 3 and zoom in. Let's target the. Let's get it on target. We're gonna target the actual weapon systems now. We're gonna try to take out this point defense. We've already disabled their CNC, right? So their bridge is done. All right, we're looking good. I think we're on target. We're gonna at least hit the ship. Let's switch back over And you'll be able to see them coming in to range shortly. They are way out there. I'm kind of curious what their speed is when they come in. And we're going to see that now. So they're still coming in. They're getting a little bit... Oh, man, they're really moving. They might use the mass blocks. There's the fire. Point defense weapons are online and engaging. They've managed to disable the first ship. She's wildly out of control. Second ship is coming in. Second torpedo, I mean. It's on target. Oh, good grief. It cuts through that light armor like it's butter. Doesn't have a chance. What are you shooting at? Probably a bit of the torpedo that's left. All right, so let's see how many salvos we can get out in succession. So as many salvos as we can possibly get out. And then I think we're gonna call this good. So firing torpedo 1. Weapons out. Torpedo 1 away. Torpedo 2 away. We're gonna wait until they're rebuilt. It only takes a few seconds. Wait for the alarm to stop. Maybe they won't. Firing again. Now at this range, if it was 10,000 meters out, okay, I don't think it was ready yet. Let's fire again. All right, there we go. Torpedo 1 down. If we were 10,000 meters out, we could get a lot of these away before the enemy knew what happened. And let's go ahead and switch to the camera. Oops. Let's go ahead and switch to camera 3. We're on target. Let's adjust our target for the center mass of the ship. If you wait until the alarm stops, that seems to be the point where you can launch another salvo. So we've got multiple salvos out. The turrets are online. They're firing. Let's find them coming in. Here's the wreckage of the first batch. Now those turrets are set to max range, and yet, oh man. There's a lot of hull damage, but are they gonna be able to stop it? Sometimes they can stop it. This time they only were able to take out one of the engines. Here goes torpedo number 2. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking real good. It's gonna punch through. Boom! Oh, man, the damage. Did she blow through? No, she hasn't blown through yet. Next torpedo, next torpedo. Here we go. Now, a missile turret might actually have better luck at this, but these are the point defense weapons that you would expect to use against incoming objects like this. I mean, this is what I would be using. All my ships currently use point defense machine guns. You know, it's using these bad boys right here. Oh. So I never thought about using the missiles as point defense, but obviously I'm gonna have to start thinking that way, especially if we ever get into larger scale servers, where you need to stop heavily armored torpedoes. That one was actually pushed off course, and that one was just completely wrecked, so I don't think that one hit anything. It probably went through the, oh no, it hit the bay, and it's like flying up inside the ship, so. But yeah, first few, this definitely a substantial amount of damage, far more damage than they cost to produce. I have to say, this ship and this system is really, really cool, and I'm curious to know how, if you can put this same system into a very small space, like, can we add this to ships like, say, the Endurance over there? Is it possible? The Defiant over there? Can we do that? All right, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more spotlights like this one, let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button for me, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more sci-fi and modding goodness. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later, everybody.